this may be my hardest WorldBox challenge yet. And that's because a little while ago, I covered a mod called the rulerbox mod, which I've covered before, but in my most recent video of it, the mod got a massive upgrade. And let's just click on a random country here for an example. As you can see, there's so many different menus of stuff: diplomacy, economy, technology, or I guess not technology, so many laws. You get the idea. And if you want to see more about this actual mod itself, just check out my first video. I'll link it in the description. But today we are going to be using this mod in a very difficult challenge. And it's not like it's exactly a secret because you read the title. We are going to be picking one of these countries here, and after 100 years, every single other country in the world is going to declare war on us at once. And using the rulerbox mod, we have to utilize these next 100 years very carefully so that we will actually stand a chance here. And this isn't going to be easy. This isn't going to be one of those videos where I just build up a huge army and then easily win. I'm probably gonna lose, but we need to get right into it. And first up is the decision. What country are we gonna pick? Obviously, I'm going to go with a big country, but we need lots of land. Brazil's okay. The USA is alright. Canada's not bad. Unironically, Australia's not bad because they're an island. And also with Australia, it probably wouldn't be that unrealistic for every country to declare war on them at once. But I think for the sake of this video and for the sake of actually standing a chance, we're gonna go with Russia. If we just zoom into them, they have the most land by far. And yes, I know in real life, literally not a single soul can live over here, but we're just not going to talk about it at all. So we are going to press K on Russia to begin our ruler box focus. And yeah, not a great start. $0, 0 manpower, nothing at all. We just need to click unpause. And there we go. Now we have some stats here. We're getting a little bit of money and time begins ticking. At year 112, everyone will declare war on us. But the main disadvantage of picking Russia, at least from what I see, is there's a lot of different ways that we can be invaded here. We share borders with many countries and have a huge coastline, so it's actually going to be really hard to defend. But we're going to open up our laws here, and basically my strat here is to get as many people as possible, get as much money as possible, and get as big of a military as possible. I could care less about the stability because we will literally just be trying to fight for our lives here. I don't care if the people hate it. I'm just trying to keep them alive. Or I guess I could surrender and then that would be a lot easier and then no one would die. But no, that's lame. That's not a very Russian thing to do. Russia would fight to the end with their motto, "We like beer." I forget that that's the default motto of Russia on this map. It's pretty funny. Holy crap, I've already wasted 2 years and I haven't done a thing. Okay, we're gonna go into economic laws, taxation laws, maximum. I'm sorry guys, I don't care. We need the money. I'm actually going to hold off on doing military and security spending for a little bit because we don't actually need it at the moment, but when we get closer to the war, we'll do that. Right now, we just need to stockpile money. Government spending, what does this do again? More efficiency, more stability, less corruption. Healthcare, education. What are you, crazy? No, let's do none of that. Another one of my main strats here that I'm going to use is this investments tab, where you could actually build and place down your own buildings like so, but you do need the resources to get them. So when we have enough, I'm going to invest heavily on getting a bunch of barracks and a ton of watchtowers that we are going to put all along the coastline and the borders, and we should be chilling. I think that might be able to actually do it because, I mean, when this war starts, it's going to be 99% defending against the other countries. And once we do that, then we can finally move in to take them. But now we're in some national laws. We don't need conscription quite yet. Press regulation, we actually get slightly more tax income somehow from free press, so we'll actually do free press, weirdly enough. So we're already better off than real Russia. I'm sorry, Russia, please. That was a joke. Please don't kill me, please. Firearm regulations, no restrictions, gives me more tax. Oh god, we're making this place a hellhole. Population growth. Okay, here we go. Mandatory. And that definitely loses a lot of tax, but we need the population so bad. So, yeah, guys, just get to work. Working hours. Okay, so standard, reduce, extend, unlimited. Look at that tax and output. Just don't mind the stability. Holy crap, it's 1. How do you have negative? We have negative stability. I didn't know you could do that. And after picking some more stuff like an absolute monarchy, a direct elective assembly, and now our state doctrine, definitely corporatist. Okay, great. So now our taxes should be through the roof. Our population should be growing, and we should be collecting a lot of resources too. Oh, look, I got an email. What did they say? Insurgents have have sabotaged a major power station, crippling industry. I guess leave it because we don't really have a power station right now. Look at this, is all we have. Our closest thing to a power station is this bonfire right here. Did they like pour a bucket of water over it or something? Like what happened? But one last quick thing we can look at here is the policies, but they do cost some gold, but we've been collecting a little bit of money now. I think my first act as leader, like officially through a policy, should be forced labor. We just need to get stuff going. But my next act, believe it or not, it's actually gonna be tax reform. Not because it like makes anything better for the people, but it just gives me more tax income. So yeah, we'll go with that. But looking at the economic rankings, we're already third. Not bad. Probably something to do with all that, you know, forced labor or whatever. We are making a ton of money now. We're over $1,000. However, we're still running out of time. About 12 years have already passed. So we're more than 10% of the way there, and we're not looking too strong yet. And we need more wood so we can invest in watchtowers. Oh god, this isn't good. Maybe we can trade for some wood. We should probably trade with a country that's not too much of a threat to it. Wait, hold up. We're gonna declare war on everybody. I don't think it matters. Okay. So I guess we'll go with the US, and we are going to buy 40 wood. 916 bucks. Dang. Okay. And now we should be able to, yep, we can build 2 watchtowers. The first one, we're going to put a little bit back over here by Poland. Sweet. And then one more probably over here by the Chinese border by this farm. All right. Sweet. We built a couple of watchtowers. I think we're going to need a lot more than that. That's a good start. And these guys do build watchtowers on their own too, but we still have some time to, I guess, kill with our 2.3 stability. But we're making more money than you could ever dream of. So I guess for these next couple years, I'm just going to invest in more watchtowers and houses so we can get more population. Then around year 80 or 90, when the war gets close, we're really going to start ramping up military production. So I guess I'm just going to go micromanage and try to turn Russia into a full-blown empire. I'll be right back. And here we are at year 92, which is 20 years until the war starts, because remember, we started at year 12. And obviously, you may see it, almost 800 people now. We are in first by far. We are actually preparing this country really well. However, 800 over almost 5,000 is only about 16% of the whole world's population. And with only 20 years left here, I don't think our population can even grow much more. But we do have 413 soldiers who should actually be pretty well equipped. But also, I want to zoom in and show you one more thing that I've been working very hard on. And I mean very hard, like it took me a long time. The Great Wall of Russia. Look at all of these watchtowers I have placed down all around the mainland borders of the country, even up into the coastline too, completely surrounding the whole thing. And along with that, I have placed down mini army barracks, hopefully to train more troops. I'm not actually sure if they do anything on their own, but hopefully they do. And pretty much with any extra resources, I then place down a bunch of houses too to further grow the population. Not to mention, we have $48,000 now. Granted, we do have negative 14% stability, but like, who cares? What does it really do in the end? But the specific reason I have stopped the time lapse right here instead of going all the way to year 112 and start the war is because now it's time to ramp up our military until the point where hopefully they're undefeatable. So now we will go into the economic laws and turn military spending to the maximum. Then we will take security spending and turn that to the maximum too. And healthcare, government, none of that. We don't need any of that. Now we are going to be losing a heck ton of money, aren't we? We're about to go broke. Maybe I should have done this later, but what even happens when you go broke? Holy crap, that's a lot of expenses. And we are out of money. I also probably should have shown this. We were first on economy rankings by far, but now we are 5th. That's actually pretty impressive. I thought we would be lower considering the lack of money we have. Like, I mean, what are we gonna do? Like, who do we even owe this money to? Like, we're a whole country. Do we owe it to ourselves, or do we owe it to the other countries? Because if we owe it to the other countries, then they're just gonna attack us anyway, so it's not like it really matters. Maybe this is why they're attacking us. Maybe they knew we would just get into substantial debt. Wait, hold up, is this just the US? I'm not just trying to make some like weird kind of corny edgy joke here. Am I literally like simulating the US? We're in terrible debt. We have like no healthcare or education spending or research or, you know, anything good. We have no firearm restrictions and free press. I guess the only thing that we don't have is democracy style because we are not a democracy. Instead, we are an absolute monarchy that is also Marxist, which this is kind of weird because monarchy and like communism, like Marxism theories, don't exactly go together that well. But I don't think we should really be talking about that, considering it's only been 4 years since this time lapse ended, and we are now 140,000 in debt. Somehow we're still third on the rankings. I don't even know what it's based on, because it sure as hell is not based on how much money we have in our coffers. But our population's doing well, and another thing I enacted is I enabled required conscription, which means we lose even more money, but we have a ton of manpower. We have all of our watchtowers ready, all of our people ready, but I guess at this point, we're doing all we can. We have the most population by far, and we just need to hold out against these attacks. We could just get obliterated immediately, and all of this is for nothing. So it's year 100, which means we have 12 years left. So I'm just gonna sim till then, because God knows I can't do anything else right now. And then we'll start this war. And here we are at year 112. Somehow our population has gone up nearly 300 people. And I'm not complaining at all, because God knows we need them. Our watchtowers are still aligned, and we are still in crippling debt. But it's about to be really bad here in a second, because, yeah, now it's time to, start the war. Luckily, I can control my army and tell them to not go attack and just defend instead. I want to see these watchtowers get in some action, but now it is time to begin declaring war. I'll be right back. And the last one is Australia. Just look at that left side right there. Every single country. If I just tap on Russia, the entire world is flashing red. We're in for quite the treat here, but even more, we're going to turn on angry villagers and turn off civ babies and handsome migrants, meaning that every person here will be the last. So I'm going to get right here next to the Great Wall of Russia. As we click unpause, they're all actually kind of working. Russia's already down 100 people. Oh god, look at the lines going down. World population's falling. No, the wall is falling. No, this isn't working. What? I thought this would work better. Some of them are shooting. Holy crap, Russia's down 400 people. Oh my god. The war is really gone. The whole wall is gone. Oh my god. Thousands have already died. 800 of those being Russians, as every country's flooding in. As many Russians are still fighting off. They might have lived through the first wave. They have killed a lot though. Holy crap, look at that. They destroyed African countries, whatever, but certain countries like Canada and the US haven't even been scathed yet. Oh yeah, I don't think it's gonna matter much. And we're still in a lot of debt. But since so many people died, the military spending's actually a lot less, so we're losing less money now. And we destroyed China. That's pretty big. Honestly, this might be like possible to get decently far, at least until Canada shows up. Honestly, if the Great Wall of Russia wasn't so disappointing, I bet we would be in a lot better shape than we are now, especially because here comes the Canadian army. Oh great, fantastic. And is that the US army too? Okay guys, this isn't fair at all. Like, what are we doing? We have I guess a handful of people still fighting off. It's pretty much over. We're now down below 100. The war's only been going on 8 years. Maybe we shouldn't have declared war on the world at once, but I wanted to see what happens. Oh, we're down to just 3. 1. Oh, this is it. Who's the last Russian alive? This 20-year-old with 2 health. He's dead. And that's the end of Russia. All that work for nothing. Okay, I wouldn't say nothing. I mean, we did destroy like 20 other countries. And now, despite no longer having borders, the Great Wall of Russia lies in ruins across where it once was. And that's it. But I am down to try this again. That war was honestly pretty anticlimactic considering the Russian wall didn't work. But now that I know it doesn't work, I can use my resources to focus on other things like getting a bigger army and having more houses. So you know what? If this video gets 5,000 likes, I will do this exact same thing, but with 500 years to prepare beforehand first, and I will obviously pick a new country too. Anyway, that is about all for today. Join my Discord too, it's pretty fun in there, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Farewell.